All right, and you are able to stealthily open it. It is unlocked, and when you open it, you discover it's Lily's room.
Huh. Do I see anything inside?
You can see her on the bed, and she is obviously the source of what you heard.
Huh. I'm gonna casually take a step in.
Pervert. Sorry. Just
Perception.
predicting
I'm
where
just gonna.
that's coming from.
If I want to just check out the room quickly, would you say perception or investigation?
You could roll perception, just look around the room real quick. And
Looks
looking
fine.
around the room itself looks completely fine otherwise, so there's nothing like amiss there. Just a standard room, pretty similar to what you have.
Odd. He's gonna slowly walk up to Lily, check on her.
Do you touch her?
God damn it! God damn it, Jeeves! You had to.
On the shoulder, I mean, or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna touch her on the shoulder.
Lily's gonna jump, not hearing anything evidently.
He's
Yeah.
stealthy enough.
Yeah, and she's gonna try to wipe the tears from her eyes. I'm sorry.
Bad dream.
No.
It sits on the bed next to her. Want to talk about it?
I still can't believe Mara would do this to me. It's just... And the worst of this is, even saying that, I feel so selfish. She did it to Azul, not to me. But it doesn't hurt any less.
I don't know what to offer you, kids. I truthfully expect the worst in everyone these days.
Well, at least that way you won't be disappointed.
Just because I see the world that way doesn't mean it's a good way of seeing it.
Lily nods.
The world's cruel, my dear. But just because it is doesn't mean it has to change you. Make you see it differently.
How can it not? I mean, it must have changed you. You never... You must have not worn a mask at least at some point in your life.
That is true. I hide it, but I hide it now to hide away the horrors.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake anyone.
I don't think you woke anyone. I wasn't even asleep yet. Just naturally good at picking up on the tiniest bit of details. Helps when you're on your own, traveling about the world. You gonna be alright?
Probably not, but it's something I have to live with.
He hesitates a bit before lightly ruffling her hair.
She gives a small smile. Go on, get out of here before someone starts talking.
Don't know. I have no idea what you mean by that, and he walks out.
Alright. And after that should be a relatively peaceful night. In the morning, everyone is up and about. You go down to the bar, and you'll actually see Azul is down there for once.
She got breakfast.
Falana will probably be down there.
She got breakfast. Does it look like she got breakfast?
She's eating currently.
Yeah. Well, no good guy Crayton today then.
Steal a breakfast, throw it on the floor.
I took another fruit on the ground.
Yeah, no, Zul and Cassidy, they're both eating breakfast. I don't know if Falana's down there with them.
Falana would be
Yeah, so
probably eating a
breakfast.
light breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast for her as well.
Reading a book, snacking or something, you know?
Yeah, Zul is more or less dressed in her normal attire at this point. You can see that the claw gauntlet essentially thing that you had made from the Thunderbird talons is hanging from her side.
You're looking better.
Yeah, I've been going stir crazy. I've been wanting to get up all day yesterday.
It's reasonable. Sometimes the body just wants to move.
Did you want to do some sparring before we set off?
I was gonna try a little bit on a test dummy. I know that I know they have one set up in the barracks just outside. I can go test on that one, see how well I can still move.
If you want a live target, I could easily accommodate.
Or I could. I probably would last a little longer. No offense.
I just need to make sure I can still fight. I don't really need to hurt any of you.
Hey, you won't hurt me.
Well, I should be off to see the Count.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to go with you?
Well, no offense, but this is something I should do alone.
Political stuff. Have fun.
And
All right, and is Lily gonna head there?
Lily's gonna get a light breakfast to go, and then head on out.
All right. So we'll take care of your thing first.
You can do the other people first if you'd like, if they have anything else.
All right. So yeah, Zul once the Zul I don't know what Crayton's doing. I suppose Crayton's eating as well.
Yeah, he's just lightly lifting the mask up.
Yeah, Azul, once she's done with her meal, she's gonna get up and head out of the tavern. Head down towards the barracks next to the blacksmith, and they have a nice little training dummy set up, and she'll step inside to speak to essentially the captain of the guard, for lack of a better term. Then come back out. She slips the gauntlet onto her hand, looks at the dummy, and just starts whacking at it for several times, and just goes through it. You can see, just watching her, that she seems not so much that she's slower, but more that she's not quite using you can obviously, as you're watching her, anyone who might be watching her, see that she isn't quite fighting to the same extent that she was previously. Not that she's fighting worse, just that she's not able to pull on some of the things she was doing. Obviously not doing the fire kicks and everything else. As this goes on for a few minutes, she'll eventually just kind of take a step back. You can kind of see the amulet around her neck, the Amulet of Key, and she kind of just steps forward and she whacks at it, going into a flurry of blows. And you can see very obviously that the amulet is kind of glowing more as she goes through this thing, whacking on the dummy time and time again, going from the claw to her other fist, then down to her feet.
Are sparks flying?
Sparks are flying a little bit. And the moment she finishes up, she suddenly turns into a potted plant.
Oh, okay.
And she, for some odd reason, remains as this plant for about 6 or so seconds before turning back into herself, at which point she just kind of stumbles backwards, extremely confused.
Well,
I'll take it that's not normal.
can I see that amulet again?
Azul will nod, and she'll kind of take it off and hold it out for Falana to look at.
Falana's gonna take it.
Thing's probably cursed.
Step away, set it down, and re-identify it.
All right, and Azul will step away in the 10 minutes later for the identify spell, and you identify this once more as the Amulet of Wild Key.
The clues in the name. Wild.
It holds 5 key, and it regains 1d4 plus 1 key every day at dawn. The monk can draw from it as needed.
Acts as wild magic.
No, it's Wild Key.
And there is a chance with each use that there will be a surge of wild energy. Similar to what a sorcerer might encounter.
Man, I want to use that. I want to use that. Give it to.
Yeah.
Ciara.
All right.
I'm gonna lie to justify this, but the entire reason I took away Azul's key was to justify her using it.
All right.
You're a scumbag, you know that.
It's usable. However, you need to be a little careful when you do. The effects can be random.
Azul will nod and take it back. That's... well...
A risk is better than nothing.
better than
not
nothing.
having the option.
Yeah, I would rather be able to use the key in the world at all than not have it.
Just make sure you reserve it for last resort for a while.
And she'll kind of nod at that and be a bit more careful in the future when she uses it. I was not expecting the potted plant, to be honest.
Yeah. So, Silas is gonna nudge is Cassidy with us?
Cassidy would have been nearby as well, yeah. And she would have been like swapping out with Azul, taking turns with her scimitar to slash at the dummy.
He's gonna nudge her after the whole wild magic things. So, take her the fox to the monk.
Yes, she is.
Yourself?
And she'll
She's
kind of smile.
more.
And she'll kind of smile and then put her scimitar down, and then she'll transform into a dire wolf and just kind of smile at him. With far too many teeth.
Lovely. Druid, I take it.
Nods.
Do you fetch?
And she'll show her teeth again.
You know, it's
Before
not,
you
you
decide
know it's
you're
not-
going to come.
a lady who can't take a joke isn't too pretty.
And she'll transform back into her normal form, ending the shapeshift. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just showing you how it would bring back what I fetched.
Talk about miscommunication.
I'm probably gonna say that was between the two.
It probably would have been hard to miss the fact she just turned into a dire wolf. That was actually bigger than what a little bigger, and the fur was a different color than what Falana and Azul had seen previously.
You know what?
Oh.
Silas is gonna actually take a few turns on the dummy as well.
All right.
For now, we need to get the apparatus prepped.
Yeah, we should probably get that taken care of. Lily will hopefully be done speaking to the Count before then.
With any luck at all.
Yeah.
You know how long politics can take.
Yep. All right. So moving on to Lily then.
Alright, she's gonna knock on the door.
To the manor. And opening the door up, you'll see that Chase is actually there firsthand. And she kind of looks at Lily surprised. Oh, hello. You want to speak to him?
Hi, Chase. Wasn't expecting you here. Yeah, is the Count in?
Yes, for once. It's everything we could do to keep him from running his body ragged the past few days.
It still is hard to not call him the Baron.
Isn't it? We're all just so used to it at this point.
I'm not interrupting anything, I hope.
No, not at all. He was just resting for once.
Alright, and she's gonna step inside and go to find him.
And he is upstairs and to the left in his actual room. He's in his study, actually. He's sitting down, kind of looking through a book, and just kind of looks up at Lily, comes in. Hello, Lily. Welcome back.
Thank you, Count. I wanted to return something that you gave us a while back, and I wanted to say, with your now being a count, I feel like most of the reason I was sent here has come to a close.
A little bit here and there. I do seem to have a little more clout when asking for aid, though not that much.
Well, I just sent my father another letter asking if he would reconsider and send you some aid, but I wouldn't hold my breath. She's gonna take out the Barlow's signet ring that he'd given them earlier, in case of an emergency,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna hand it back to him.
And he'll take it back. I'm kind of grateful you did not need to speak to him.
Me too. And I just wanted to say my thanks for putting up with me for. Well, I'm sure that I was not the easiest person to have watch over you, and I'm sorry.
You've met Garrett?
I have.
We used to adventure together, you know.
Yes, but well, I'm sure he didn't fawn over you like a schoolgirl.
No, but he was worse.
She's going to also
You-
pull out the mossy mall.
Mm-hmm.
Falana told me I wasn't able to sell this. This was a gift from the forest, from a nature spirit in the forest, and I no longer can use it. I've acquired better weaponry, and I was hoping that perhaps you could keep it safe for us.
Where did you get it from? Like,
She's going to describe the forest and the trials they went through to get it.
yes, when you were down around Gatesill. We could keep it here, though. If you're no longer intending to use it, it might be best to simply return it.
Well, I figured you probably could use it. It's a very nice mall. It gives you a lot of knowledge about nature, and
Kind of hold up her hand to keep her quiet for a moment. No, that's fine. I'm much more content with my sword than any bludgeoning weapon.
well, I wasn't able to tell you the last effect. It may mess up your hair a little.
Yes, I'm much more content with my sword than a bludgeoning weapon.
Well, I figured I should at least offer it. I assume he has heavy armor, right? He wouldn't make use of the Inquisitor's armor.
Yeah, he's wearing heavy armor.
All right. She's gonna just put it back. Well, thank you for everything. I'm sure that I'll be back at some point, but if not, have a good day.
There's no telling what the future holds at this point. Just glad the town is more or less intact after that nightmare. We got off lucky. But he seems to say that a little bitterly.
I'm sure it won't be fun to rebuild.
I do not like playing or being a pawn in a game of some higher power.
But aren't we all just pawns in games of the deities?
Yes, well, we also don't have the deities sitting down in our towns playing shopkeeper, merchant, or smith for the time being. Though I won't hold anything against him. He seemed a fine fellow and did try to do the best at times, but it is still because of him that we were involved in all of this.
Possibly. It may have also been. It may have also been other effects as well. I just learned that Azul may have drawn her ire as well.
Yes. I'm not going to bring down my annoyance or vengeance on any of them, but Only instead it'll be focused on her. It's just there's not a good way to deal with her.
She's going to take out one of the sending stones and hand it to him. In case you are attacked again or need our assistance, if you could send a message to this stone, then, well, I can't promise that we'd be able to come back immediately, but we would come back as soon as we can.
Now look at the stone. Isn't this the one that Chase holds the sister to?
Is it? I have
I'm pretty
plural in
sure.
here.
I'm pretty sure you only had one sending stone in there, or Chase has the other one.
Ah, okay. Well, we had plural in here, so I'll just say singular now. Other held by Chase. Right. Well, then she's going to, instead of offering the stone, she will say, she will just point out the one that Chase has and say, if you let us know, we'll come back as soon as we can.
Yes, of course, and that would be very well appreciated. Things are definitely turning dark in the future.
And with that, she will thank him and head on back to the others.
Yep, and you can roll an insight before you leave. Alright. You get the feeling that he is especially annoyed about how the things are starting to look and turn out in the future, like the getting dark and the storms especially, and how they just kind of ravaging the countryside, and almost get the feeling that he's definitely wanting to figure out a way to put a stop to it. But beyond that, nothing really.
None of us like the way the future is heading. We'll do everything we can to restore the peace.
Yes. And he'll kind of nod, and you can go on your way.
All right.
And about this time, I figure everyone can meet back up. I expect that the Azul Casti would have led the others back to the apparatus.
Risu,
And
you
at
might
that,
be muted still.
yeah, Risu is
Yeah,
muted.
I was muted.
Yeah, we know. And at this point, you could all are you intending to board up and head out?
yeah. Just for the moment. I'll be back in a sec, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, there's nothing else Lily needs to do.
All right, so you will all board into the apparatus and once more head into the center of the park where you know the way gate is, the entrance to those ley lines. And you will head out forth through it, going to the world map. No. Traveling through this whirling cascade river of colors that is the ley line magical, that is the magical ley line path. Let's see if I can grab. Yes, I can.
We're gonna assume Alana's piloting us.
Yeah, well, like assuming Elana is piloting, and once more you're gonna don't want to do that. You're going to travel all the way down and come out back up here again, the area just north of Gate Sill. So the path that you've seen before, the exit able to pilot relatively easily to get there, and you come out just north of Gate Sill. Falana was intending to go in. Yes.
Yes.
All right, so I'm just gonna move to the map. So I have the old Lily on this map. Oh man,
Which one?
the green-haired cat girl. Cassidy, yep. So move Cassidy down to here.
How long does it take us to travel like this?
It probably took you less than an hour to travel this distance.
Okay. While we're traveling, Lily is going to talk with, I think that, crap, I forgot his name already. I think they said Azul was the one that would be able to help fix, or was it Cassidy?
Azul, because the mention was that Azul basically observed Arashi's work and has a rough idea of how it all goes.
So,
I'm back.
Okay.
she's gonna talk to Azul about fixing up the moving thing, even though obviously they can't do anything right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
Yep.
she'll mention to him along the way. I have to think I might be able to direct you in a few places of what needs to be fixed, though I feel like only he really understood his work.
I
We'll
don't
have
know
to.
if we even have the material to fix it up.
As
I'm
much as I
sure
hate to say it,
I'm sure we could figure it out, but we'll just need to have a proper forge and everything in which to do so.
which we're moving away from.
It's in well enough condition still, though.
We'll just have to try to avoid any hobgoblin armies.
To be honest, it wasn't the hobgoblins that did it. It was the Remerez.
Oh yeah.
Is Falana and Cassidy out of the tank yet, or?
That was while you were still traveling. So when you get there, you come out to it's a little rocky alcove, kind of hidden from sight from all around that you come out in.
Mm-hmm.
So stopping there, like open up the hatch, Falana and Cassidy would follow her out.
Just don't start anything, Falana.
I'm not bold enough to worry about that.
Uh-huh.
All right. So Falana, where do you wish to go first? It's around noonish still.
I'm going to say Bardic College is going to be first and foremost on priority list.
I don't think there was a Bardic College here.
I thought there was.
There was a
college
trade
that
guild, adventurers guild, magic, 2 different mage skills.
The Mage
I thought
College of Illusions had 2 gnomes.
Yeah, there was the
I
illusion with 2
remember
gnomes and the divination with the old bastard.
Okay. Well, divination then, because if anyone's able to give details as to a location, it's going to be that bastard.
All right, so where are you headed?
The divination school.
All right, I forget which building it was here. So you're between the 2 of them. I think it was the lower one was the divination because the upper one was the upper one was the illusion because you had the north and the south wing. One each was controlled by one of the gnomes.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's see. No, I don't want to download a new thing for my notepad. I want to open up Gate Sale information because I knew I named them all. I named it Magic and Gate Sale, didn't I? Crap. Where did I name these bastards?
I don't remember their names either, so.
Yeah, there's no
I
way to
remember
whisper
there
that,
was
sadly.
Duke and Rin were the illusionists. I don't remember what the human was.
Let's call him Bob.
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 All right, so you go down to the Divination College, and it's pretty much the same as you remembered, actually.
How would it change?
Yeah, you're easily enough welcomed into it, and you can see that there are a bunch of still snot-nosed brats running out of the classroom, kind of just laughing and everything else, as what sounds like an elderly human is just trying to keep track of things.
Been a while.
You walking in when you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I remember you now. Oh, it has been quite some while. I was not expecting to see you again, and unannounced anyway.
I must apologize. I actually came searching information.
Information. Well, you have come to the right place, I would hope. What can I help you with?
A friend of mine is suffering from a condition brought to her by poison. It's blocking off her inner key. She is trained in that, and I'm looking for a monastery to possibly help her regain her abilities.
So you're seeking a monastery to try and help a monk regain access to her key. I've never heard of a poison that could possibly deal with that, and you must give me a moment. I need to gather my things around in order to check with this, and I'm sure I'll be able to help, though it'll probably cost you another 50 gold for me to the materials and such I'll need.
Not a problem. If this doesn't work, you could give me directions to the court city where I could definitely get that information.
If you wish to go to the court city, you would be best off trying to speak to perhaps the trade guild, though that might not be the wisest idea right now.
Is something happening?
The trade master has been freaking out recently. There was an attempt on the Duke about 2 weeks back, an attempt on his life, and the trade guild, as part of their decree for how they work, also are meant to ensure the safety of the nobility. And an attempt on the Duke's life has naturally sent him into quite the concerned fever.
Of course, unfortunately, chaos like that is bound to happen when somebody gets paid to do something.
Yes. Well, regardless, let me see. You're trying to seek out the monastery. And he'll kind of wave his hand in the air, and you don't see him per se, but you can feel the air move as several invisible, unseen servants start moving around, picking up books and bringing them to him, holding them open for him to look at. No, it wasn't this book, was it? Ah, yes, here. There was talk of an old monastery. It was abandoned for quite some time, though I heard recently there were rumors that people were trying to go back there and start things up once more. It was located a good distance away. It was in the southern part of the Green Peak Mountains. You'll have to cross all of Elvheim to get there, or at least the width of it. It was, oh, what was this place called? Here it is, the Sacred Stone Monastery. I do not have much
Okay,
detail other than
I'm
that.
sorry.
afraid.
I'm sorry, out of character. You said Sacred Stones Monastery, and my first thought was Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say that's not really a good game. I mean, Ephraim's amazing, but anyways. Okay. Well, I believe that should help out. If we do have to cross Alpine itself, I suppose we could stop by the port city and look into possibly research there.
Uh, Going through the court city, though, would probably take you a bit more out of the way.
Maybe.